And same shape, and you drop it down for the C. That's it. You leave the ring finger and the pinky where it is, and then you can slide it around. And that's like the shape of that's an A in the shape of G, basically, with open strings. So once you get your G and your C down, because it's basically the same thing, this is, again, it's like a C minor, though. I think it's a C minor, like C minor 6 or something weird like that. The realistic C major would be, we'll go over this one real quick, because it's pretty simple. You throw your index finger, second string, first fret, so you got this sound, strumming from the third string down. And then you drop your middle finger on the fourth string, second fret, and then strumming from that fourth string down, you get that sound. That's actually an A minor. It's like an A minor 6, I think, or something like that. Something like that. That sound. That's like a lot of I close my. No, I'm kidding. But it's an A minor basically. It starts the same as a C, and then you drop your ring finger right on the fifth string, third fret, and you strum down from the fifth string down. You don't hit the sixth string. Different ways you can mute that by putting. You can. This isn't really the recommended way because it's not traditional. But you can put your thumb over to mute that sixth string, so you hear how when you strum it, you can strum the whole thing, but it won't necessarily sound out. Even if you're like plugged in and amped up, it'll just be kind of dull in the background, and the other strings kind of like emphasize, their sound over it. Another way you can mute it is by having your thumb properly placed, unlike myself, in the back of the guitar, like so. This is how a teacher would teach you. And you would press down with your ring finger on the string in a way that it's kind of rolled over up towards the top of the string, if you can see that. And it's not pressing the sixth string down, but it's just pressing up against it so that when you strum all 6 strings, it's muted again. So it has that twang, kind of dull background. So you can strum over all 6 strings, or if you are accurate and feel comfortable enough, you can just leave the whole thing open and trust yourself to strum from the 5th down. An alternate way of playing the C would be to actually raise your ring finger up to the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then put your pinky below your ring finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and then you would get this sound. So it's a little more bold, a little more full, because you're adding in an extra string and an extra note. And that, again, you can slide around. Pretty much any single chord that you make, you can slide around. And once again, repeating with the whole idea of the transitional wave of the sound of music, and from the 12th fret, it all progresses to be the same, So, well, that's kind of weird. If you're to go before here and you're trying to get a sound up here, you got to think of it backwards. It's kind of weird in that way. Because you can't, if you're on the 12th fret and you go behind, you can't go up here, right? So that's when you start to think of it backwards, and from there you'd have to go up, like, voila. Or you could play it, it's basic idea of the way and the flow of the wave of music. And I don't really know how else to explain it. It's pretty much the most simplest way to put into words that I've been able to find out, and get people to break through in their plateau and world of music. Because everyone has that plateau that you run into, and you're like, oh crap, what do I do now? But you can climb over it. You can do it. You just gotta believe, and you gotta make it happen. Watch live on. Oh, yeah.